Come here, Cuddle. Cuddle. Who keep calling this?
Oh God, who called you in the first place?
Was it the Reese or Mia? Huh? Yes, bro. I don't even know how y'all don't even talk. This for you, I did. Wow, that's crazy. What?
Are you ready for a brand new event? Because 2KTV Tuesday is on the way. That's right, 2KTV fans, this one is for you. On Tuesday, July 12th, earn double XP by wearing 2KTV gear and playing games in the city. If you need 2KTV gear, you'll be able to pick it up at Swags. We can't wait to launch this special event, so we better see you out there. In the meantime, on June 25th and 26th, we have 2 fun events. So check out Vacation Days if you're aboard the Concha Del Mar, and if you're in the city, represent your affiliation at Rival Day. That's it for me. I'll see you at 2KTV Tuesday.
What's up, Dengue?
Up next, the Knicks taking on the Lakers. For the New York Knicks, they'll be on the road in a tough test. But when this team shines, they shine brightly. Now it's proving time.
What you wanna do, bruh?
Knicks, it's next.
Yeah, but you don't even gotta get in the game for the win.
Greetings, it's 2K Sports bringing you live coverage of the NBA. This is our Sunday night broadcast. Along with Grant Hill, Brent Barry, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. And we're thrilled to have a WNBA champion with us tonight, Candace Parker. Hey, Candace.
How you doing, Brian? I'm thrilled to be here with this all-star crew.
Look up my username, gang.
And AD, obviously somebody who can play the 4 or the 5 for you. In which role do you think he's more effective, Candace?
AD is effective at both, but at the same time, you know, he has an advantage.
How far are you from home?
And we've got...
Thanks, Brian.
Boy, Allie, wouldn't that be
like
something?
55 minutes?
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. And for the Lakers, at forward, it's the incredible duo of LeBron and AD. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the point guard position. And so off the tip, it is New York. Here's Price, inside. And the shot's good.
Coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Here's Mr. Clutch. The long distance 3 is buried.
And you have to guard him out there. I mean, he can do damage from deep, even from way beyond the arc.
Down low. Here's Peterson. And that one is stuffed right through.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And watching LeBron today, Candace, it's like watching him 10 years ago. When he's feeling 100%, he's as dominant as he's ever been.
And he has not lost a step, and he reminds you as he attacks the rim, you know, and just gets up almost as high as he did 10 years ago. He's discovered the fountain of youth. I'm convinced.
Yeah, no question about that. From deep. Buries it from 3. He's got 6.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Price gets the bucket.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from 3-point land so far. a minute and a half through the first quarter. The Knicks have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. And it's blocked by Davis.
Davis does a great job of using his length there. I love how Davis takes pride in setting shots.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Hits the three-pointer.
It's a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunity.
great players who struggle at the free throw line. What advice would you give them?
It's interesting. I've had this conversation with Shaq a number of times. I think it's super important. I sing at the free throw line. It goes back to muscle memory. So you end up taking the thought and the mental aspect out of it and just going back to how you shot time and time again. That's the biggest thing, is continuing that routine and making a repetitive motion.
Well, we're all waiting. Let's hear your song.
I sing Song Cry by Jay-Z. Same verse every time.
Now we're all waiting. Let's hear you sing your song.
That's for another game.
Launches a three. Knocks it down from distance.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Driving in. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Here's Mr. Clutch. Checked by Randall. Knocks down the long J. He's got 15.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And a lot of great basketball talent in the pipeline, both for the NBA and the...
Jaden's up here.
So, Candace, what players in the women's game do you see coming in?
Man, what? You ain't go to the party yet? Just did that. I hear him. There's nothing here. Y'all ain't looking at the guy. Oh! What's up? But, I'm freaking, where's that shit from? Looking for all. Joshua. Cool out, bro. Oh, you nobody say nothing when y'all had y'all little. I gave you some of mine, actually. He still got something in the day that he probably got. No, Josh, if you want to smash that, because if not, I can get it tonight. I'll take it. What is this? Oh, let me start. Not y'all. It ain't even a 4-4. It's a 2-for-2. Fireworks simply. Go to my patio. I just did like 10 times ago. I saw him coming out. Nothing in him. I hear him, but I don't see him. I looked at that room. I looked over there. I looked at your my house, right? That one's our. Oh, look at the stacks. Let me see the fireworks. Hey, you can't see them. What if I go outside? You ain't gonna be able to see them. Let's go outside. You're not gonna be able to see them. Unless you go out the front door and they stand right there. Don't take him out. That's what I said. Come here, Coda. Stay. 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 Come here. You get water? Hey, cool. What are you doing, man?
And having a huge impact.
Well, you gotta start first with the impact that Brianna Stewart has had in the WBA. You're gonna see more of those forward, versatile players that are coming in. You're gonna see more of the big guards, those guards that have the skills. You're seeing that in the NBA. It's becoming positionless, and when everybody's able to do everything, it makes for an exciting game.
No doubt. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Dinwiddie, he's checked in for Hayward. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense, given the situation.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Shooting for New York.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw is good.
My friend asked me to go to a whole school right now.
A little over 3.5 minutes played. Fires for three.
Because they were doing
Knicks with the rebound.
Fireworks.
They're moving on after the tough
Like,
loss
it's
they
never
took at the
that
hands of
deep,
the
bro.
Warriors.
It seemed like coming into that game, they looked a little off, and they never really hit their stride.
Yeah, and that score got a
Dang,
little
bro,
bit
hurry up.
lopsided, so not the kind of effort that they want to repeat anytime soon.
Well, some time now has passed since the WNBA bubble, Candace. Looking back at that time, what stands out the most to you?
Well, for the last 6 or 7 months, we weren't allowed to say bubble in my household. It was a unique experience, one that I am very happy to have been a part of.
Jump.
Just
Jump,
in terms
Cutter.
of what that season meant
Good
to
boy.
the WNBA and just in sports and social justice and everything that the country was going through at the time. So to be a...
That ain't how you do it.
You can do it like that.
No, you can't. You just circle.
The first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Knicks out in front, up 5. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
I'm looking at the bag.
Sit down, Joshua.
Sit
down.
Ma.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half of the game that's been fairly even so far.
But you never wanna go to see no fireworks.
They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everybody.
Welcome to a very special edition of 2K TV.
It's our annual 2K TV award show.
So you know what that means. I had to bust out the gold suit because tonight we're celebrating you, the community.
You look very nice, Chris. I'm so excited to give out these awards, and I'm happy to announce that this year's awards are brought to you by Kia, the official automotive partner of the NBA. In our book, you're all winners, so before we announce the winners of this year's awards, here's some 2K TV Interactive.
That's right, we're making it pretty easy, so we're practically handing you some free VC. So listen up and make sure you hit the right button.
All right, here's the question. Which team took the title of 2022 NBA champions?
Was it the Boston Celtics, the Miami Heat, the Golden State Warriors, or the Dallas Mavericks?
If you don't get this question right, I don't know what to tell you.
This one's pretty easy because they've won 4 titles in the last 8 years.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting 5s for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and 2 Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Russell Westbrook has passed the great Oscar Robertson for first overall in career triple-doubles. Westbrook says, I just do what you need to do in order to win. My job...
David, you are too nice. Thank you so much. And Westbrook, he is incredible. Thank you, David. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Inside form, it's Barnes and Siakam. Van Vliet and Anunoby are your wingmen. And it's Toscano in at the 1 spot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the dynamic forward pair. And it's Mr. Clutch. And it's Teague in at the 2-guard spot. And what you get with Barnes, Greg, tremendous versatility.
And he gets others involved. Kevin plays great defense, has an excellent feel for the games. He doesn't have to score to impact winning, but if you need points from him, the young fella can provide that as well.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. And Davis sends it back. Now here comes Teague, leading the break. Here's Mr. Clutch. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Mr. Clutch. And the Raptors off to a slow start. 6-point game. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And this game will be half of the contest they'll play against each other this year.
It's an interesting matchup. Two teams that don't know each other all that well. Separate conferences. We'll see which one can dictate the pace early.
Now Barnes. After the missed 3 from Mr. Clutch. Barnes passes to Toscano. Pass to Van Vliet. From outside, off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Lets the 3 fly, and it's good.
Well, you know, crunch. No, you say it don't do that. Man, what? It don't do that.
Points on the board on the shot for Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got 9. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Toscano passes to Siakam. All that he gives them on offense, Siakam's ability, Greg, to switch defensively is key for this team.
And he can legitimately stay in front of guards on the perimeter. I mean, this guy contests shots without fouling. You love the combination of focus and strong fundamentals. It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Toronto has gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And that's an intentional foul. And he commits the intentional foul. And they go to the intentional foul. And Doris, though he's getting the press for his speed, and he's been prolific, Van Vliet's defense is equally as impressive.
My goodness, great instincts. Rarely fooled. You can't trick him. Quick feet, strength in the post. You see guys try to take advantage of his lack of size. He won't have it. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And the 3 ball is good.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Mr. Clutch. So it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Hola, what's happening? No cap in my caption. Hola, what's happening?
Awesome 3DC.
Congratulations to the Warriors, and as a congratulations to all of our 2KTV Awards champions, here's what they'll be receiving. Prizes include a ton of 2K22 VC, a digital copy of NBA 2K23, and we're also throwing in some 2K23 VC to get you off to a good start. Plus, a 2K22 My Team card of your choice.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Tonight, we've got Allie. Take it away.
Hey, Brian, you could say the alley-oop is perhaps the game's most exciting play. Ricky Rubio said that 80% of the credit should go to the...
Oh, yeah, he's had some good ones, Allie. Thanks. So here's Portland's starting group. Lillard and McCollum in the backcourt together. Kevin Love out there with Yusuf Nurkic. And for Los Angeles, at forward, it's the incredible duo of LeBron and AD. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the point guard position. Well, Grant, you were a master of meshing with your teammates. How key is being on the same page early in the year?
Oh, it's so important, especially early in the season. Teams that can come together and mesh as a core have a great advantage at the start of the season.
Lillard outside. That three's off the mark. Here's Mr. Clutch, defended by Lillard. A nice shot by Mr. Clutch.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which team is able to dictate the pace tonight as well as style of play.
McCollum finds Lillard. That's good, and it's McCollum with the assist.
Lillard's not going to let you get away with that. He wants those 3 points back, and he gets it quick.
The three, and the Lakers hit again from deep.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Let's talk about great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Floats one up. Here's McCollum. Misses the baby hook. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from deep to start this one.
The Blazers with 2 elite scoring guards in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, for some teams, that can lead to strife, but their chemistry, that's what makes it good.
A nice shot by Mr. Clutch.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Mom, please no.
3 from the floor.
Mom, please take yours, Mom.
Launches it. Rebounded by the Lakers. And Chris, with Lillard and McCollum, they're both such gifted shooters. That helps them coexist.
Yeah, they're both threats on or off the ball. They make things easy.
Josh, please go sit down. Please go sit down. We already got figured out. Huh?
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Teague against McCollum. Here's Nurkic.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
And that's an intentional foul. Well, over the last few years, the NBA has worked to make the schedule more manageable, Chris. That includes fewer back-to-backs.
Yeah, and for us fans, that's been a great adjustment. Those back-to-backs, they can be a struggle at times. You want to make sure the players are there, especially on the road, so that the fans can come see them.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Timeout called, Portland.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. That's good, and it's McCollum with the assist. Lillard's got 6.
There's never going to be hesitation from Lillard on his catch-and-shoot opportunities. His confidence through the roof on those.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining focus.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
The three-pointer has been a major weapon for them in early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
I also like what they've done on the fast break in their first half tonight. They're taking it to them.
A nice shot by Mr. Clutch.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the floor. And they go to the... And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. And the way... As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that about wraps it up. Along with Grant Hill, Chris Webber, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's presentation. We'll see you next time.
What's happening? No cap in my caption. Hola, what's happening? No cap in my caption. Got a little cause I got a little thing for when it los ojos, soy la mexicana contra la flow. Tengo todo, el control, cierra los ojos, baby, let's go, hola.
W's. Heading over to the city This player dominated in the 2K streets. So our award for city champion goes to ID Poi.
Go ID! Okay, heading over to
What's
the
that?
W, this player literally doubled the wins of any other in this mode. Congratulations to George P. Burdell.
I'm just really thankful for 2K TV giving me this opportunity, and I would like to thank all my friends who helped me get to Hall of Fame 20 times on the WNBA. Uncle John's, Las Texas, Aqua Ford, CEO, Agadan 2K, DJ Hyperslot, A6, and Tez. Along with all their friends who helped make full parties in the new 2K22 feature Play Online with Friends, Julian World. That's not distinct.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor and
My controller always dropping.
nothing tips off.
Thank you very much, Kevin. As Coach Monty Williams tells it of Devin Booker, he's a bucket. Devin can score on many levels. Post up, mid-range, catch and shoot, off the dribble. More than anything, he'll take the wins over stats every time. And that's what I love about him. He's just scratching the surface. Kevin?
He sure is, David. Great report, thanks. So with Westbrook on the bench, this is who Frank Vogel is out there. LeBron and Davis, the dynamic forward pair. And it's Mr. Clutch, and it's Teague in at the shooting guard position. And for Phoenix, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Otto Porter Jr. out there with Ayton. And it's Francis in at the 1. And tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Buries it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Bridges outside. Back to Booker. To the inside. Here's Ayton. Rebounded by the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win.
They forced the issue and made the defense hack them to death last game. I'm sure they'll try to mirror that same attack in this one.
Out to the right wing. Back to Porter. Ayton trying to break free. And that one's good by Porter.
This is where I like to see Porter spend more of his time looking for his shot in the painted area.
Fires for three, and another three for the Lakers.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great, but he can wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Here's Francis. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Sinks the triple. And 12 points for Mr. Clutch.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Takes it from 10. And Davis sends it back.
The combination of agility and reach makes AD a lethal defender, capable of sending shots back from anywhere. Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
It's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around. In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing the defensive sequences.
Dang it.
That has been key.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you see the raw talent.
Why you staring at me to go get a shower? Go get a shower. Who are you talking to?
And a desire
Not me.
to grow.
Ayton is a player who, Greg, occasionally shoots a three, but it's still a developing part of his game.
For
You know, not the best numbers outside. But it's a far-fetched to say.
No, you won't.
He can stretch
You
it
just Chad.
Sun still looking
Don't
like they're
take this
going in.
person
Down by
out.
12. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So they foul intentionally.
Number 11. That's his third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Nice ball movement by Phoenix.
Oh, stop passing the ball, bro.
Francis has got 5 points so far. Takes a three. And another three for the Lakers.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Bro, stop passing the ball.
Inside.
Oh my gosh.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball. And Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Offensive rebound. And Davis gets it to go.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Booker against T. The drive by Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And the intelligence. Love watching watching Booker operate in these situations, his decision-making has really improved over the years.
So timeout call here, the first for Los Angeles.
And, you know, Booker might have been a volume shooter.
Coming onto the floor for the Lakers.
Here's Johnson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana. Reese. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
It'll be right there.
Already here. It is eye-opening.
Lakers leading by 10. And Greg, the efficiency for Booker has grown over the years.
And no longer forcing shots. Takes what's available to him. And I believe he can be the leading scorer on a championship caliber team.
We've got Devin Booker, Sean Holmes out there with Johnson. And it's man in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Booker the pass to Reese. Here's man. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And Anthony Davis is checked in for the Lakers. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Here's Mr. Clutch from beyond the arc and then some. Mr. Clutch has got 6 in the quarter.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
Booker dishes to Porter. Passes it to Francis. 5 on the clock. Here's Ayton. That one's not going to go. Davis with some nice D. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. No good from outside. Suns trail by 16. Here's Porter. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
There's Mr. Clutch. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
The Suns have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Davis, of course, is a superstar at both ends of the court. LeBron James says his ability to guard anybody on the floor, 1 through 5, take the challenge to guard on the perimeter, and continue to protect the paint, it's hard to score on it. Guys?
PA, he is a lead in every way, as are you. Thank you. There's Mr. Clutch. 30 points in the game.
Bro, I keep getting full bars, bro.
Here's Francis. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
The shot's good for Mr. Clutch.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Suns trail by 16. Here's Francis. Basket good. Francis has got 4 this quarter.
An awesome distributor. Booker's floor awareness and understanding of when to dish it is a real weapon.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And we've heard some talk, Greg, about the possibility of NBA expansion. What do you think about that?
Kevin, I think it would be great for the league. I mean, I played in Seattle for a season.
Oh, why?
To have a team back in the great Northwest.
Mikal Bridges checked in for Phoenix. And then for the Lakers, Douglas is checked in, and James subbed in for Harrison Barnes. Porter against Davis. Porter kicks to Booker. Pass to Francis.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
The Suns need to get a shot off. Here's Ayton. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Ayton's got 8 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Good on the triple. And the Lakers lead by 15.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
1:35 left in the first half of the game. Francis passes to Porter. Good D by LeBron.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Silva's checked in.
Second team foul. Lakers substitution.
109 left in the first half of basketball. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
We've got 108 left here in the second. From deep. Good. Another from three. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight. For our broadcast, for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
Time to defend their title of My Team GOAT. That's right, a repeat winner. The award goes once again.
The Sacramento River in the foreground, welcoming you to California's capital and our location downtown in Sacktown. It's all
VA technology.
He is a big thinker, no doubt about that. Good reporting there, Alan. Here are the five for the Lakers. At forward, it's the incredible duo of LeBron and AD. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the point guard position. And for Sacramento, Fox and Halliburton are the guard set. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And it's Porter in at the five, roaming the paint. Well, here we are in mid-season now, Grant. How do players mentally cope with the grind of an NBA season?
That's a good question, B.A. I mean, you have to find ways to take your mind off of things as a team. Having outlets helps distract you. It's so important for players as they endure the lengthy season.
True on the 14-footer.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
On target from Rain.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And it's the Kings ball. Fox outside. Into the lane. The Lakers with a rebound. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
And guys, those road games are never easy. But they had a solid strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, games all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
The 11-footer, the putback. It's good on the putback.
An active finisher around the basket. Jackson showed great timing on the putback.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 to get this. Going. Here's Mr. Clutch. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Now here's Fox. Not a lot of room. To the wing, right side. From about 16. The shot no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. This is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
Well, last year they swept the season series. There was a talent differential between the two teams. We'll see if that gap has narrowed.
I mean, one is a playoff team. The other, question mark, ... not so much. But things change, and you're only as good as your last win, so you'll see how they handle things tonight.
Now here's Jackson. His last outing, he had 18 points. Fox, that's good.
And I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome, absolutely awesome getting good positioning close to the basket.
In some ways, De'Aaron Fox is a good lesson in patience for owners. He didn't explode out the gate after being picked 5th overall back in 2017. But after a long time, he has found his footing and looks spectacular out there on the floor.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. You know, Grant, in terms of improvement after his rookie year, you saw it across De'Aaron Fox's entire stat line.
Yeah, once he got comfortable in the league, he started going off. He increased his shooting and assist numbers. Nominated for Most Improved Player in 2019.
The Lakers in the lead. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
And he commits. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers closing out the quarter with us. enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. And for the Lakers, they're shooting it well, around 55% for the game. Second half underway. Here's who Frank Vogel's got on the floor. The big three for this team all out there. Westbrook the point, LeBron and AD sliding in at the forward spots. And it's Teague in at the 2.
Well, and that's a big deal for Westbrook because when he starts to knock down shots from distance, it really opens up his full bag of attack mode offense.
Now here's Zubac. Pass to Fox. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Yo me llamo Snow por si no me conocen. Yo ya tengo tiempo que le meto, pero con todo respeto ya llegó la hora que llegue con un golpe. Tengo whatever cuando quiero lo que se antoje. Quiero dinero para que los haters se enojen. Soy de San José como los tigres del norte. Traigo tanta feria que la bolsa se me rompe. I bet I could pull a little rapper out of Cloud9. Make a diss record with a free translation. You see me, bet your knees be shaking. That's why I'm on the throne in the seat.
All right, let's take a break from the awards to recognize another winner.
You all voted, and we now have the winner of our 2K TV Jersey Design Contest.
All of the jerseys were amazing, but there can only be one winner. So congratulations to...
Drum roll, please.
Trill Talk 211. Today we welcome back Trill, one of the participants in the Jersey Design Contest. Trill, how's it going?
Pretty good, man. Thanks for asking. I appreciate being on the show.
Absolutely. Well, the results are in, and the reason why we're bringing you on the show is because you are the winner of the Jersey Design Contest.
Oh man, that's a blessing to hear. Like, for real, Trill Talk, that's amazing. You know, I'm sure my teammates gonna be happy. That 250 KBC will come in handy with my center.
Now, one thing I love about you is that you're actually designing these jerseys for other teams. So talk about your background in that and helping the community out with your designs.
Sure. So I got a degree in graphic design and web development. And I just wanted to, I see a lot of jerseys out there and they kind of look the same. But when I design like in real life for clients, I pretty much always want to make it cater to them. I want it to be different. I want it to be unique. And really I like kind of look up the background of what the name is and go from there.
What?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming up next, the Lakers taking on the Kings. For the Los Angeles Lakers, a big player in their conference, holding second place in the West. No doubt their sights are set high as the year rolls on. Kings, Lakers is next. We're back in just a moment. It's NBA basketball on 2K. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, great to hear from you. And Anthony Davis off. Is in the
You always have. Priorities very straight with you, David. Thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Jackson is out there at Porter. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Herter in at the two-guard spot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the dynamic forward pair. And it's Mr. Clutch. And it's Teague in at the shooting guard position. When you know you're on a championship contender, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year?
Some of that depends on the leadership you have in the locker room. Certain guys having an ability to keep everyone engaged and motivated and also loose and light in that locker room. So it does matter.
Here's Herter. Takes it inside, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Well, the more that Herter attacks like this, the more off balance the defense will become.
Beyond the arc, sinks the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
It's deflected. Here's Mr. Clutch. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5. points a game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Hurd. 4-point game. To the middle. Here's Jackson.
It's not your chair.
Sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
I'm taking my chair to my room.
And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Sheldon, they need this, and finished off by Porter.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Fires from deep. Another triple for Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got 12 in the game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Davis against Fox. Jackson from long range. Rebounded by the Lakers. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
We'll see if the other team will address that problem in this game, because last game, man, they just got smoked on the boards.
It's blocked, and they'll keep possession. There's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Fox. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's the Kings with the ball. They trail by 11. And an intentional foul right there. And that's an intentional foul. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. He struggled up there.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, the quickness of De'Aaron Fox really is incredible. I got a chance to see John Wall early in his career, and it was the speed that we talked about, but speed can kill. And if De'Aaron Fox can control it, he'll be fantastic at creating opportunities for himself and his teammates.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
The Lakers making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. Through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Lakers ahead, running away with it. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court right now for the Kings, we've got De'Aaron Fox. Jackson is out there at Porter. And it's Herter in at the 2 spot.
That's so difficult to stop him.
Fox. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
No cap in my caption. Hola, what's happening? No cap in my caption. Got a little, and she texting for the, cause I got a little thing for when I get. Los songs, soy la mexicana con tremendo flow. Tengo todo, el control, cierra los ojos. Baby, let's go, 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 go. Hola, what's happening? No cap in my caption. Got a little, and she texting for the, cause I got a little thing for when I get. Soy la mexicana con tremendo flow. Tengo todo, el control, cierra los ojos. Baby, let's go, 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 go. Hola, buenas noches. Yo me llamo Snow por si no me conocen. Yo ya tengo tiempo que le meto, pero con todo respeto ya llegó la...
I love that, and the fans love them too as they voted on it. But talk about your background in competitive 2K, because I know you're a big gamer and you love competing competitively.
Definitely. So I play Pro-Am. It's very similar. It reminds me to like when I play AAU basketball and college ball. So it's pretty much, you can control your own player. You got to play with your team to work with them. So I like that mode the best, although I also play like other modes too, like 3-on-3. But with that, I play Pro-Am myself competitively. I was in the 2K league.
Starting lineups just announced. We're just about set for basketball. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to Hey, Alec.
Well, Brian, the Lakers have some offensive options. Coach Vogel said, quote, the great thing is we...
Thanks, Alec. And tonight, 2 veteran teams, Grant. What does that tell you?
Well, usually with an established team, you got to beat them. They won't beat themselves. But a lot to learn in this league, and really, there's no substitute for experience.
Now the starting group for the Houston Rockets. We've got Barnes, and it's Tate in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, at forward, it's the incredible duo of LeBron and AD. And
it's Mr. Clutch.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Pass to Davis. From deep. He buries it from 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Waters, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. To the right side, here's Christopher. He takes it in. Rebound by the Lakers. And just about a minute into this first quarter, Mr. Clutch can't hit.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Christopher. Checked by Davis. Free throw line jumper. Christopher misses.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Here's Mr. Clutch. From beyond the arc and then some. 6 points for him.
It was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the three-point line.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Christopher. To the paint. Here's Waters. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, he had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Waters. Here's Garuba. Checked by Davis. Now the Lakers moving it up. He launches a three. A nice shot by Mr. Clutch.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him. And Anthony Davis' first 7 seasons he spent in New Orleans, I mean, he never made it past the second round. But playing with LeBron, that makes all the difference, doesn't it?
Now here's Tate. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. On the take. Got a piece of it. Here's Mr. Clutch. The three is up. And another three for the Lakers. Hey, plenty of criticism came Davis's way when he asked for a trade. Now he's a champion, though, C-Web. Hard to fault him for that one.
At this point in their careers, LeBron and AD both needed each other to compete for a title. Give them credit for seeing it and making it happen.
Here's Christopher. Here's Garuba. And another miss by Houston. Here's Mr. Clutch. His last outing, he had 18 points. Fires from deep. Rockets with a rebound. An 8-point differential. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Down low. Here's Barnes. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Mr. Clutch. And the three-pointer goes. 15 points in the game.
It's just been one of those nights from he got into the floor of the game and has not lost his touch.
And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Barnes, he's checked in for James. And Grant, you played for a Suns team that was influential with their training staff's approach. How has sports medicine changed from the early days?
You know, B.A., it has changed immensely. Nowadays, every team incorporates that foundation that Suns medical staff had back in the day. It's all about prevention. It's about recovery. It's the big picture.
Bless you.
To making sure players can not only get through season after season, but have longevity throughout their careers. 12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
The three-pointer has been a major weapon for them in early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
The other thing that's been effective so far tonight is their fast break. A lot of points coming on the run.
He drops it from range.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining focus.
That's a tough walk back to the showers. I'm pretty sure he'd like to have a couple of those plays.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. The the Lakers in the lead. The big three for this team all out there. Westbrook. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Now, when I watch you play defense, I'm reminded of some of those 90s Knicks teams and how tough they were.
Coach is tough, and he wants to instill a toughness in there. So that's a big part of who we are as a ball club. And to be compared to the 90s Knicks is a huge compliment. Those dudes were ferocious, man. Like, they didn't play. My pop still talks about him and still hates Charles Smith, but hopefully we can get that chip they never got. But otherwise, yeah, love that comparison.
Hola, what's happening? No cap in my caption. Hola, what's happening? No cap in my caption. Got a little texting for the cause I got a little thing for when it get.
Years overall.
I love that. And talk about your advocacy for women in gaming and what that means to you.
I'm very happy to be representing women in gaming. I myself want to pave the way for people after me. So even if I have to do kind of the dirty work to get in there, I want to definitely do that because it's important. I want gaming to be genderless, you know, it to be for everybody because anybody can pick up the controller, you know, and play. Especially if you played ball before like I have. So that's why IQ pretty much goes hand in hand. I go on here, I got the point field vision, I play point guard and shooting guard. So I always can read the defense and play and talk to my teammates about it now. Like right now, I have
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visitors, the Miami Heat. Noah Bonner. Kyle Lowry. And now,
It's the NBA on 2K.
You found his leash?
Come on, Jay.
Queen mom said, can she have the headphones? Like, where are they or something like that?
So here's Miami starting. Out in the wings for them, a hero in Butler. Miles Bridges is out there with fun. And it's Lowry in at the point guard position. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the dynamic forward pair. And it's Mr. Clutch. And it's Douglas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Greg, when it comes to load management, why do we see more of it now than when you play?
Well, for me, the science of sport has evolved, and it's not just the athlete, it's the technology and the science that goes into making a better athlete. That's why you're seeing load management far more acceptable to the masses now, understanding that this is about the long game. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Lowry. Pass to Vonleh. Over Douglas. The shot by Vonleh no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Not a fast start here for the Heat. 9-point game. Hero passes to Lowry. Going inside, the feed to Bridges. They can't stop the run with that one.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And again for 3, the basket is good for Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got 12 in the game. The Heat have gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And this is the first season matchup for them.
She's outside with Jaden and Coda.
Even though they're in opposite conferences, you look back and these teams have a lot of history.
No, like outside. They're taking Coda on a walk, or like in front of the house.
Back to Butler. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Hero with it. He's picked up by LeBron. And again, it's the Heat missing. LA's gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter. The shot's good.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change them.
On the pass to Butler. Now, here's Vonleh. Defended by Douglas. There's the lob to Bridges. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Good anticipation from this crafty wingman. Bridges enjoys taking chances and going for the alley-oop.
Mr. Clutch.
DP.
Right on target. He's got 15.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range? And maybe we don't talk enough about what a great teammate Lowry is. Passionate. He leads by example and always vocal.
Now, Hero. 25 points last game. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. When Lowry won gold in 2016, the U.S. team coaches had very high praise.
Yeah, you can call him their unsung hero. The best team player out of anybody. This guy shows emotion and guys feed off his energy. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
They're on the chair right there.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And really hard to find more intense players than Jimmy Butler. This guy is 100% focused on winning at all times. One of the ultimate competitors in our league.
And with Butler and his intensity, Greg, it's a perfect fit for him in Miami.
And yeah,
it was really good.
The wrong way, but it goes hand in
by the way.
The culture here. Hard to imagine Butler on a team other than Miami. And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it. You know,
but I don't really eat them that much.
So it's Los Angeles in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And more than anything, their 3-point shooting is a fantastic night from long
I was
range so
yawning.
far. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Wait, what time do you have to wake up?
After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second.
What did you say?
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going.
Good boy.